STAKK Nation, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Brazen.
Double O in the house.
You know, what is it called again? FTX or FT scam?
There you go again.
Listen, man, it's an interesting one. There's nothing else we can do other than make fun of the situation. What has happened, and we just have to call it what it is. Even though, in many ways, we've been seeing this coming for a very long time, okay? FTX crash is here. Crypto.com seems to be falling in line. Now, we also saw BlockFi has already hired some bankruptcy attorneys, if you will. The house of cards is collapsing one by one. Today, we're going to be taking a quick look at some of the industries that will be affected by, what would you say here, the contagion that is spreading. But that is not without some people thinking otherwise, though. So we'll also take a look at that.
The virus.
What was that?
The cancer. The virus in the crypto
the
space.
cancer of crypto. The cancer of the... Well, I mean, I don't want to say all of crypto is almost a cancer, but, you know, let me relax with that.
It's a huge percentage, unfortunately.
Most of it is really in that zone, you know, unfortunately. And might get cancer for saying that, but who cares, man? It is what it is. People need to toughen up. Life is not always soft, you know what I'm saying?
Geez.
Sometimes, okay, you run into messed up situations. You might be convinced by people like Sam Bankman-Fried to invest all of your money into something that is not really going to happen. Jeremy Siegel says the crypto.com or the crypto meltdown sparked by FTX implosion is not a Lehman Brothers moment and won't spread contagion to stocks. What are your thoughts on that, sir, when you see things like that?
If and when you see we're about to show you guys. Just keep watching. When you see the banks and the hedge funds and the VCs invested in FTX,
hey, you know,
you might start to wonder. Oh snap!
It might spread to stocks, man.
Hey, there's news about Amazon firing. Facebook is laying off people. Forget about the metaverse anytime soon.
You know, it's also interesting. It's interesting because I think that there is maybe a bit of a macroeconomic element as well into this whole situation with the expansion of credit as it happened before, right? All that money printing, which enabled all of the crazy stuff that is going on right now as well. And now with this contraction, right, where you have interest rates just being blown up like crazy.
Yeah.
Right. Money being extracted back out of the market. And all these companies, I think it's all tied up. By the way, you might be a bit too far from your mic. Just FYI. Now, the FTX implosion is not a Lehman Brothers moment. And this will not spread to stocks, according to Jeremy Siegel. Not sure who Jeremy Siegel is. Apparently, he is an analyst of some sort, right? And he says it's not a Lehman. This is his reasoning for this, by the way. It's not a Lehman moment because the value has already gone down so much.
Yes, it's down to $1 trillion now. Remember we were at $3 trillion before, and the entire stock market is about 14 trillion.
Supposed to. What makes this? When he says it's gone down so much, what is so much? Analysts are supposed to give you data, man. You cannot just say it's gone down so much. But anyway, we'll keep it moving. One thing, traditional assets like stocks and bonds have that crypto doesn't have is the backing of the Federal Reserve.
He's right about that.
Yes, but this might also be a good time to insert the fact that, you know, the current credit expansion with a bunch of people having money that they shouldn't have in the first place is also due to the Federal Reserve. The current crashing and contracting
is due to the Federal Reserve.
It's due to the Federal Reserve, you know, and we have clearly seen Bitcoin trading like SPY. So,
due to the Federal Reserve.
Listen, man, I am not a professional analyst. I did not go to Harvard or Yale or whatever, man. But my eyes see what it sees. I'm just calling what it is. So the implosion of Sam Bankman-Fried's FTX and its released impact on the crypto prices isn't a limit. We've already read this a bunch of times. Let's look at some of these companies, okay, that are going to be affected by this whole plunder, if you will, or crash, contagion. What else do people want to call
Slide,
it?
sleep,
The
crash,
slide, the
contagion.
sleep, and the destruction.
Yeah.
Exactly. Now, if we look here, this article here, this one is from Zero Hedge. Very informative guy on Twitter. He also has this blog going on, and it's pretty legit. I like it. Now, BlackRock is one of those companies that was heavily invested in FTX, right? They had some ties in there.
I just gotta stop us and ask, man. How the hell does BlackRock's review of FTX not catch this?
You know, that is a good question. Shouldn't they have the best of the best analysts on the market?
Man, what kind of due diligence did you do on this?
Huh?
But I have to say though,
unless if they didn't.
Of course, it's my buddy, it's my cousin, blah, blah, blah. It's connected to X, Y, and Z. It's of our kind. Of course, throw in the pennies. Or could it be that, hey, this could be an opportunity? Kind of like what Binance did with FTX. You can take out your enemy by investing in your enemy.
Or like what they did to Terra Luna. Engage in a friendly trade and then proceed to destroy them.
Because Bitcoin is a threat to the current banking system.
Yeah.
So why not throw a few $1 million? Crypto
also poised itself as a threat to the current banking system.
So you welcome them, knowing that they have their agenda, and maybe they're just implementing their agenda, and you're over here crying about it.
Yeah. Or you get in there, you study what they're doing, you find your weak points, and you take them out. Because at the end of the day, BlackRock is not going to fail from this. They can always print more money and continue. So that's what it seems like. We have the Ontario Pension Fund in there. These are the only group of people I really feel sorry for, because I feel like it was a bunch of people's money that they trusted the experts to handle for them, yet here they find themselves. Sequoia, Paradigm, Tiger Global. I feel like there's a sketchy story around that one too. Right.
Tiger Global from Swiss banks. The Swiss bank situation is still in here again.
All right. SoftBank.
China, man. China is not giving up. But how do you say that you don't care about crypto or Bitcoin, but you slowly having Tiger Global in here?
Well,
SoftBank in here.
So, they have to have something that they can control is what it is. No one can control Bitcoin like that. So, they'll do what they do. Circle, Ribbit, Alan Howard, Multicoin, Vanek, disappointing, and Temasek, right, are some of these companies that are going to be affected by this contagion, if you will. Double up. Do you have some data on this? What are your thoughts?
We're gonna dig a little bit deeper into the interweb, the webs. How far along has this web links gone? So here we have, let's do a quick zoom in here. Back in the day when we were really, really deep into the crypto world, right? We used to look at all sorts of DeFi, because it's literally an entire market by itself now, right? You have DeFi, you have NFT games, you have DAOs, you have Web3, you have infrastructure. I mean, it goes on and on and on. But luckily, we feel bad for people. Please forgive me. Don't think that we didn't do that. Anchor, man, we used to have money in Anchor back then. Good leverage in spots.
Oh yeah.
DeFi spot. Oh my goodness, 1 inch is there as well. I was 1 inch. People invested in 1 inch. People tried to get me to invest in 1 inch, but I was not interested. This was early last year. 1 inch was super popular.
Just last year. Yep.
DeFi all over the space. You see how huge the DeFi space is? DeFi used to make people a ton of money back in the day. Aave, name it. And then we have the NFT games, gaming world. Look at that. Solana, they were a big supporter of Solana back in the day. They still are. The list goes on. All of this. Does that mean that these guys are not going to have a job? The businesses are over? We used to use Meseri for their analysis. They're also involved. Brokerage firms, they bought a bunch of company up or they got involved in them. Voyager is out. Just look at all those companies there, right? We just got a
Absolutely.
little message from Nairametrics about the guy with this DeFi application in Nigeria that just got kicked out as well. Web3, HNT. I have a lot of money in HNT. I must well figure that that's probably gone by now. Um, of course, crypto financial services, lending out your Bitcoin and your crypto without you knowing. Circle
Right.
is in there. All these guys are in there. What's gonna happen next? You don't know. Infrastructure. I used to have my Bitcoin in my wallet. I'm glad I got that out. I have a couple of near coins. That's also jacked up. Solana is jacked up. Shh.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
It's going to be interesting to see how all of this goes down, man. It's unfortunate and disappointing that this is happening in this space. Now, we know that there's a lot of sponsorships in things like Formula One, right? And a lot of companies will definitely lose some sponsors from this. We have over, 8 Formula One teams with crypto sponsors. We haven't heard anything about Bybit. Obviously, as far as of now, Binance seems like it's going to be okay. But when you look at the rest, Crypto.com, Phantom, FTX especially with Mercedes, we thank God they won't be able to buy enough tires for next year. Floki, Tezos, and Velas. I
Wait a
wonder
second.
how this will go for them. Go ahead.
Wait a second. Why you gotta say that? Maybe it was a good thing that FTS got removed from the vehicle because they won.
Oh, you think the FTS sticker was weighing down the car?
Yes, 1 and 2, baby. We got
Well,
faster.
I mean, it was the first race that they've won this season. At least you have to give them something. Yeah.
That's what happens when you get FTX. That's what happens when you get FTX off of your brand.
There's only one more race left, man. We might feel sorry for them and just dash them down one too, man.
The season is just beginning. Ask the Bitcoiners. They
Yeah,
know.
nah. I mean, look, man. I think not. I think that it's good that this is out now because when you have other people that are maybe carrying out their operations and depending on you to be a reliable company, and then they have to deal with nonsense like this, it's not a good thing. So yes, the trash is definitely being taken out from
I
the
have something
system,
else to add real quick though.
and maybe it's necessary. Go for it.
How do you say you're a multi-billion-dollar company, but you're still in Series C raising funds? If you're multiple, are you using those funds to just do a bunch of marketing? Because that's another strategy out there, right? That I was learning while watching all these Twitter spaces this weekend.
Right.
Is that as a company, your strategy could literally be that you just market the hell. You don't have a product. Market the hell out of your company so that the familiarity gets you the business to actually now really run the company. Because FTX and Stadium, all over the internet every single second. Whereas they are literally taking people's money for gambling. As of July 2021, they raised $900 million. Series B, $420 million. Series C, January 22 of this year. But how? $32 billion is your valuation? I think that's the old madness about this whole valuation thing as well. I think it's just a crazy world out there. How do
It
they
is.
come up with these crazy valuations?
It is a crazy world out there, and I think that it is. We're all lucky that this has, kind of come to light now because people are asking more questions, right? And this will hopefully lead to the one thing that we've all been talking about. What was it? Library also lost their case against the SEC, right? So I don't think this is going to help. All these other coins that are trying to keep pushing in the name of not being a security. Things are definitely going to become a bit more heavy-handed in the space. We can also see, of course, jobs being lost across the board because of this. So,
I think you made mention of something critical there.
yeah,
Cryptocurrencies and blockchains, right? Blockchain, number one blockchain, Bitcoin.
Right.
We know it works, right? There are blockchains out there literally that do not have tokens that are being used within organizations right now that works. You can go find those companies and invest in those companies and you'll do just fine. But this old tokenization of this all ICOs and a bunch of meme coins in the space right now, that is what needs to end. We can self-regulate all this nonsense out of the market. It's just
Absolutely.
write a code that is clean, that actually works. Smart contracts. Yes, we know it's just code doing people's business, but what the hell are a bunch of all these junk coins out here that have not done any value, but they have huge valuations?
And that's the thing, because that already exists. That already exists for sure. But it does not, like you said, it does. You don't need to have a token for that to work. So the
You're not
technology
fixing the
itself
problem. Yeah,
is there. It's a matter of having a decentralized blockchain, which is the main thing that we're trying to solve, right? The main
that's what
problem
the
we're trying to
technology is
solve.
here for.
Exactly. And so, and that's Bitcoin, right? Really resolves that. You can also create smart contracts on Bitcoin and things like that. So, I think all of this needs to be put under control. And for people who keep investing in it after this without any regulations, again, the risk is still yours.
As a matter of fact, we did the video the other day. The
Right.
CBDCs that is being tested to be released sometime soon is using a Bitcoin-like technology. So why don't you just use Bitcoin?
Just use Bitcoin, right? Exactly. Well, it's interesting, and I would like to, get other people's perspective on what they think this is going to look like in the end. Do we have any other, I guess, visuals or items that we can show? I think we have everything covered here, but it's absolutely insane. We hope that people learn from this for sure, right? And move your crypto off the exchanges, move your Bitcoin, especially off the exchanges, because now, and I know people that will get caught up. Your Bitcoins will be big stock forever. So that's all I have to say on that one. Any thoughts, Double O?
Yeah. As always, thanks for liking, man. This is a very hard topic. I feel really terrible for folks that have lost their money. I have altcoins that are caught up in this mess that I'm not sure what's going to happen to them. But we've learned this lesson a little bit earlier. Fortunately and unfortunately for us, that we've kind of changed our portfolio sizes, me specifically, to focus more on the Bitcoin, on the technology, or the blockchain technology, and not all these other junk altcoins out there. But if you get caught up in this, man, hey, it's just from me. I'm sorry you're going through this. Get close to family and friends, get some help. But that said, if you want to learn more and be caught up and know what's going on in the space, not be over here looking for a bunch of experts. We are not super experts. We are just studying the heck out of this technology. Follow us on STAKK, YouTube, STAKK Feed on Twitter, and STAKK Feed on Facebook. Also on Instagram, and follow us on what's it called again? STAKK on the whatchamacallit?
Which one is that?
The green bar. The green
Spotify.
Spotify. Why am I
Spotify,
forgetting? You know what? We
Spotify.
don't do enough Spotify. That is why I can't remember.
I know, man. We're improving. We're going to get our Spotify stuff together, people. Just give us some time. Okay. We're downloading and re-uploading. So
Yes,
hey,
sir.
but we've been dropping a lot of shorts, So please check out our shorts, like them, share them with your friends, all that good stuff. We'll keep improving on it as well. So
Yes, sir.
until next time, Brisbane out.
Double O.